Hello everyone, olga-Show at Ethernet Summit, which celebrates 40 years anniversary. I'm sitting with the best of the best from Silicon Valley and best journalists from all over the world. So would you please introduce yourself?
Joe Dubaron from Computer World.
Yes, that's another section.
Mike Bailey from Hewlett Packard.
Product Marketing Vice President, right?
Vice President, Global Marketing.
Global Marketing, olga-Show.
Hello, Michael Foreman, Vice President of Journalism at Fairfax TV.
And I'm Wayne Rash, I'm the Washington Bureau Chief and Senior Columnist for Hewlett.
And I'm Bethany Mayer, I'm the Senior Vice President and General Manager at HP Networking Worldwide.
Hi, I'm Dave Larson. I am Vice President of Advanced Technology and CTO for HP Networking.
Award, you received an award.
We talk about, yes, let's talk about our awards.
Yes.
Last night we won an award for the SDN Innovation, actually, for an application that we created with our big solution that we call Center. It's a security application using SDN, so of course it uses our devices, which are over 20 years old, our SDN controller, which we're in beta with currently, and then we developed an application along with a customer at HBO to dissolve intrusion prevention into the switching fabric itself by basically utilizing the cloud, the tipping point cloud that delivers signatures for malware and bad websites to the SDN controller, and then all the way to the port in which perhaps someone with an iPhone comes into your business, and it blocks at that port the malware or the website that they may be going to that is bad known or has something going on. So this is very different than how intrusion prevention is done today. Because today, intrusion prevention is a single box in the DMZ, and all traffic gets moved back and forth across the network to try to block it at that particular box. There's problems with bottleneck. There's also problems with having that kind of traffic right across your network because it happens to be somewhat proliferated. So this is what people envisioned that security would be when security products began to be developed. Instead of all these little boxes everywhere, you now have security embedded into the switching fabric. And the only way you can do that is utilizing SDN. And so that's the award we were given by creating that application and delivering that to our customer base and having them utilize it. That was
So do you have information on this particular you could actually share with us? For example,
I thought I did share that.
I mean more than verbal reference.
Oh yeah, there's
We do have references.
there's a couple references. There's a fact sheet on it. At the Open Network Summit in Santa Clara a few weeks ago, one of our customers came and spoke on that, and that actually is available for replay as well.
Okay.
So HBO in particular is very happy to talk about it, as well as Belrod school district.
Yeah,
district
in Melbourne, Australia.
Melbourne, Australia. And then we also have several media sources. It's very easy.
Can you send me links to that stuff, please? That way, rather than having to write all this down, I can just look at the notes.
And then the other thing I wanted to mention too is we just finished earnings yesterday. I don't know if you saw earnings, but stock did go up, and one of the reasons is networking now has earned 14% of quarters on a year-over-year basis. So, and that is against our competitors who shrink. So actually, we're very excited about that. And from our perspective, it's again proof that we're driving the market change. We have products that really focus on the compelling value proposition, which is simplification of the network, and we have very, very innovative products that we think customers really like.
Who exactly would constitute a competitor to HP? I'm trying to think of a company that's quite like HP.
They are absolutely a competitor. I'll tell you this. So this is a two-horse race, right? it's Cisco and HP. All of the other competitors that you talk to, you add them all up, they're not as good as just FYI, just to put it in
My
perspective.
understanding would be the first like 10%.
We're at 11.5% revenue share. They're at 60. We're at 18.5 port share. They're at 32%. So from a port share perspective, we're not far off.
Share is what?
That means the amount of ports we ship. Oh, so our ports are 18.5 and theirs are 32.
Are we talking globally or United States? Global.
We are at $2.5 billion.
Oddly enough, I was having lunch with somebody from Cisco yesterday, and they were telling me all about how they partner with HP.
Really?
Yes.
Not so much anymore. There used to be a time.
Did they offer any specific examples?
Yeah, they did. I don't remember what they are, but they're in my notes. But
Just curious what that is.
apparently, we all partner at some level.
I'm a senior vice president, there's no partner on my level. It's like that much. So, fair enough.
Being at Ethernet Summit, what brought you down here? I mean, what do you have to share?
We are the founders of Ethernet. That's what we have to
They're
share.
one of the companies that started it.
Yes. So we're quite excited about it.
Well, it's nice that you're still staying because a lot of businesses fail and they don't celebrate 40 years anniversary. So every year you celebrated that and continue to have top positions and receive promotions.
And then we're bringing to market brand new innovations that take Ethernet in places that people hadn't imagined yet. And we continue to adapt it to the needs of the marketplace. And it's something that HP is making a big investment in. It's something HP is very committed to.
How are you going to hang on for your margins?
Well, I don't comment publicly about our margins. But I would say that our business has been based more around value than it has been around pricing. So if you value from a customer perspective, they'll pay for that value. It's important to them. And so we invest in ASICs. We have a very large software organization. Of course, we're leading in creating software engineering. So software matters to us a great deal. And then we also build applications as well. So
And yet you're committed to open standards.
And we have all along.
yes, and I would tell you that the work that we do that is, specific to HP are very strong differentiators for us, but it does not hold us much from putting our products into a continuous environment. And I mean, frankly, given our market share position, we're in an ambitious environment all the time. It's just the course of business.
I was just going to say, just to give you a sense of, you asked about thinking on the margins, this isn't about making cheaper boxes. This is actually about taking an architectural point of view that reduces complexity. So by reducing complexity by 75%, we eliminate a lot of unnecessary hardware. Like Bethany talked about, we announced a virtual switch. And we have a competitor with a virtual switch, but they require a dedicated appliance to manage it. We didn't do that. We actually put the necessary management tools into our physical switch and our management platform. So by obviating the need for this dedicated appliance, you eliminate the need for a piece of capital hardware and things that you pay maintenance on.
You might mention all of the data center products that's announced.
Yeah, we introduced this complete line of data center products that allow you to build an incredibly scalable two-tier data center. We could scale to 24,000 10 gigabit Ethernet ports for server and storage connectivity. And maintaining the same subscription ratio, you would only be able to achieve half of that with the Cisco fabric. So you get double the scalability, but at the same time you get 75% reduction in complexity. So a lot of that's removal of hardware, which have a lot of software licenses that they force you to buy, which have a lot of service contracts on top of it. So we don't have to sacrifice. We don't have to make cheap things in order to create a competitive total cost of ownership. We actually, and that's what that's really what makes up that value that we bring to the customer. And in some cases, not everybody needs a data center that can scale to 24,000 gigabit Ethernet. Some people's data center is a row of C-class servers in 6 racks, and they can actually build a single-tier data center. And then they can get the ultimate of low latency and the ultimate of simplicity. And because every new data center customer we get is market growth for us. If our competitor were to sell the same architecture, they would actually shrink their market share if they sold to the same customer. So that really paints a picture of the difference.
So when you say price is much more scalable, what do you compare with? Or,
Yeah, so Cisco Fabric Path is advertised to scale 12,000 10 gigabit campus. And there's well-defined blueprints for how you build that. And we similarly have a well-defined blueprint with this new very high-scale switch that we position in cloud networks at 12,900. Using that with these products at the access layer, like the Flex Fabric 11,900 end-of-row switch for blade servers, or the 5,900 top-of-rack switch for full-line servers, that can scale to 24,000 10 gigabit Ethernet ports. And so that's the direct comparison we're able to make.
so are you working with, so you're ready for big data, right? So it's a big market.
Oh yeah, and we actually have a blueprint specific for things like Hadoop and Vertica. Vertica being a very big and growing solution for HP. We also have a blueprint for if you're a VMware environment where maybe you own your own private cloud, but you also have a virtual private cloud that's in a public data center. And one of the other things we announced was not just a very high-speed router to interconnect your data centers and the data center users, but also a virtual router. It's the exact same software that's running here, but you can't put your own router in the HP cloud. That's our data center. But you can get a virtual machine from us upon which you instantiate a virtual services router running the same software that's here. And so now you could actually have the second data center be a complete virtual private one, and you still manage it with a single pane of glass as though it was yours. And that's an advantage that only HP is doing. We're the first one to take an industry-leading enterprise class router and deliver it to the market as software, as a network functions between organizations.
So, and all of those equipment built here in America or you have other manufacturing places?
We design and manufacture in centers in 4 different countries.
And then that's ready to deliver already, companies using it, those switches? There are 11,900 is already. So rolling that out very quickly. The virtual services router and the vSwitch are available now. And the full router is available now as well.
And just in case it matters, East Coast test lab uses HP network. And so far we haven't figured out a way to break it, although I've been trying.
Oh, that's good. I have literally gotten down, they took pictures of it for me from the lab. Boxes with dirt in them, switches with dirt, and they're still running.
Yeah, we have a mining customer. They, like something, shaft collapses. They're like, okay, we need to replace this, but it still runs.
Yeah. And one had a mouse built in it, and it's still running.
And one that caught on fire.
Yeah, and then when it caught fire, but it's still running. So it's just amazing some of the things that we're actually able to.
Oh, and these products running Commodore 7 software are the industry's first products that have achieved Trail certification by the University of New Hampshire Interoperability Lab. And we actually have a reference customer, which is Yahoo's subsidiary in Japan. IDC Frontier runs our products in several data centers, and they've deployed Trill in order to reach a higher level of scalability, but maintain that simplicity.
I just had lunch with Radia, who was telling us all why she forgot that she was supposed to mention Trill while she was here.
Oh, well, we'll
might
mention
get
it
for
for
you.
her.
Okay.
Yeah, we're the first company to deploy Drill.
Okay.
And it works beautifully.
tell her that. She really is. It's amazing. Did you? I just bought it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've been
First
doing.
thing I read when I first started.
Well, I started networking way before she wrote a book because I was doing networking when she was busy inventing something.
But her book's still pretty good.
Yes, I just bought a copy of it. Went to Amazon. I finished having lunch when we were ordering it.
Any other questions for us, or?
Well, having your own infrastructure and then you have your management software, I think it makes easier for end user to have that connection and interconnection between your parts and equipment. And it looks like you also make your own switches too.
Yeah, I've got those switches.
So they work very good. I didn't
Yeah,
get your switches
I
yet.
haven't figured out how to break them. Yeah. I've broken a few Cisco switches.
Yeah, we best of interrupt finalists with two platforms. The HSR 6800 router and the 11900 switch. Just in the past interrupt, it was just 2 weeks ago.
That was one of our first gigabit Ethernet switches when I was with communications. We managed to completely destroy a Intel gig Ethernet switch just by running it. But not yours.
Wow. Yeah, I have to say, so HP is known for our product quality and has been known for that for years. We offer a lifetime warranty on our products. So if you bought your product in 1996 and it decides that it's time for it to give up the ghost, we'll give you another switch.
I've got an HP Curve switch that has yet to die. It's just sitting there running.
We have a lot of customers like that. So and we built that into the product. That isn't a financial one, that's innovation. You cannot build a product like that without heavy innovation.
I have newer HP switches too, or HP servers.
Is autonomy part of your group?
Sorry?
Autonomy is part of your group?
No. Autonomy is in the software division of run by a gentleman by the name of George Newman.
Okay, we need to get the 6-pack up there so the
Yeah,
next
where's
group
our
can find
six?
us.
I thought you said 6-pack.
No, 6.
I was getting excited for a minute.
You gotta check our 6.
Or 6 pack.